In the world of aviation, size becomes the determining factor. Large aircraft represent engineering achievements that showcase the limits of present-day transportation capability, alongside military power as well as human exploration potential. These incredible machines break boundaries by their astounding design capabilities and massive payload capabilities. The extraordinary dimensions of these aircraft serve along with their pioneering advancement in aviation history. Today we explore the large aircraft structures ever constructed alongside their epic stories of creation. The A225 Mriya. Travel begins with the perfect flight route via the A225 Mriya Antonov. The Ukrainian name Mriya translates to dream because its developers envisioned themselves exactly as they named their innovative project. The huge Antonov A225 Mriya stands officially as the world's heaviest aircraft because of its dimensions of over 275 feet in length, 59 feet in height, and wingspan measuring 290 feet. Its maximum takeoff weight, over 1.4 million pounds, comparable to the weight of more than 100 elephants. It impressively has the potential to transport 551,156 pounds in its hold. The Soviet A225 aircraft first flew in 1988 to carry the Buran spaceplane before it captivated crowds at the Paris Air Show in 1989 by flying with its aerospace cargo attached to its back. Following the fall of the USSR, the Buran program was officially discontinued. After the Mriya suffered extinction, it had another purpose awaiting it in the future. The aircraft A225 gained commercial transportation capabilities as its main operational use. This versatile solution found widespread use by carrying wind turbine blades in addition to diesel locomotives to transport what seemed inaccessible before. The A225 established a transportation record when it moved 5 main battle tanks, which together weighed in at 253 tons in the year 2001. When the global COVID-19 pandemic struck, the A225 continued operations by transporting vital medical supplies across the world. The A225 aircraft faced destruction when it became involved in Ukraine's 2022 conflict, yet its status as an engineering landmark survives. The C-5 Galaxy, a military giant. Among other aircraft, the Lockheed Martin C-5 Galaxy ranks as a top-ranking military transport following its development from commercial flight capabilities. Since its 1968 debut, this massive transport aircraft has operated as a vital strategic asset of U.S. military logistics for more than 5 decades. The military transport C-5 extends to 247 feet in length and spans out to 222 feet, while reaching its maximum takeoff weight at 840,000 pounds. The C-5 aircraft cargo hold encompasses airspace equivalent to the total distance of the Wright brothers' December 17, 1903 Kitty Hawk flight. The C-5 jet operates at a shockingly high fuel rate, leading to its unwelcome title as FRED. This term stands for Facting Ridiculous Environmental Disaster, and the aircraft successfully transports heavy items including Abrams tanks and Chinook helicopters. The military uses this aircraft for vital tasks across numerous major campaigns in Vietnam, along with Iraq and Afghanistan and all other operations since. The C-5 is far from retirement. The C-5M Super Galaxy maintains combat readiness beyond 2040 because of its current state-of-the-art engine and flight systems incorporated in its upgraded design. The Boeing 747, the Queen of the Skies. Discussion about aviation majors necessitates the mention of the Boeing 747 aircraft, which space its way into this dialogue as the Queen of the Skies. Commercial aviation has strongly relied on the Queen of the Skies since its first flight in 1969. Production of the 747 aircraft has reached 1,500 units, yet the 747-8 variant marks both the most advanced and the largest version of these aircraft. At 250 feet long and with a wingspan of 224 feet, the 747-8 boasts a maximum takeoff weight of 987,000 pounds. Beyond its commercial success, the Boeing 747 completed crucial functions for military applications and government missions. The U.S. Air Force channeled the 747 aircraft into their operations by using it to create Air Force One and the E-4B Doomsday plane, which can operate from a mobile platform during nuclear emergencies. The aircraft's manufacturing cessation during 2022 didn't stop its journey to become one of aviation's essential historical figures. The XB-70 Valkyrie, a supersonic marvel. During the late 1950s, North American aviation created the revolutionary supersonic bomber known as the XB-70 Valkyrie. The 6-engine delta-wing aircraft reached speed levels above Mach 3 while obtaining elevation of 70 70,000 feet to become impossible for interceptors to target. Its engineering brilliance shines through, with 185-foot length and 105-foot wingspan and 542,000-pound maximum takeoff weight rating. Its distinctive characteristic allowed flight stretching because of intense heat created while flying at high velocity. Each Valkyrie aircraft incorporated titanium and stainless steel components, which extended by 5 feet as the aircraft reached Mach 3 speeds, thanks to flexible joints systematically engineered to adjust for temperature change effects. The incorporation of its distinctive features into the aircraft design framework led to its cancellation when future anti-aircraft missiles appeared while technical development expenses ballooned. The history of the XB-70 continues to serve as an emblem of Cold War ambition and early aviation engineering brilliance. The Tu-160 Blackjack, the Soviet heavyweight, the Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack touches the status of Soviet heavyweight through its position as the biggest and fastest strategic bomber ever constructed for supersonic flight. As an aircraft that entered service during the late 1980s, the Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack measures 178 feet long by 43 feet tall with a 182-foot wingspan. With its maximum weight of 662,700 pounds and variable sweep wing capabilities, the Tupolev Tu-160 Blackjack supports approximately 100,000 pounds of weaponry to become one of the world's most capable missile platforms. Unlike the US B-1 Lancer, the Tu-160's design chooses speed and bomb delivery capacity over detection stealth capabilities. Through its 4 powerful engines, the Tu-160 aircraft attains maximum speeds of Mach 2 while achieving a combat range which exceeds 7,600 nautical miles. During a 2010 patrol, 2 Tu-160s completed a 23-hour mission that spanned 9,700 nautical miles and demonstrated their extended operational capabilities. The B-52 Stratofortress, the long-range legend, the Boeing B-52. Stratofortress operates under its common name Buff, Big Ugly Fat Fella, since its service entry in 1955, surpassing 159 feet in length and extending 185 feet in breadth. This strategic bomber effectively drops maximum payloads of 70,000 pounds for distances exceeding 800 kilometers, 8,800 miles before requiring fuel replenishment. The B-52 emerged from Cold War nuclear design origins to demonstrate its capability in conventional warfare. During Operation Linebacker II in Vietnam, more than 200 B-52 strategic bombers deployed and unloaded over 20,000 tons of bombs on North Vietnam targets. During operations in Desert Storm, B-52 bombers carried 40% of all necessary munitions that coalition forces deployed. Despite being developed many decades ago, the B-52 continues operational service. The modernized B-52 aircraft maintains its essential role for U.S. military operations through the development of new cruise missiles and hypersonic weapons and additional advanced avionics systems. The B-1 Lancer, the heavyweight champ. Since its entry into service in 1986, the B-1 Lancer, commonly known as the Bone, has maintained status as one of 3 primary U.S. strategic bombers alongside its peers B-52 Stratofortress and B-2 Spirit. The B-1 Lancer bomber offers a total length of 146 feet and includes a 137-foot wingspan, together with a maximum takeoff weight of 477,000 pounds. This aircraft maintains supremacy as the weight carrier of the biggest weapons payload among all bombers because it can transport up to 125,000 pounds. Before the Cold War ended, the United States Air Force modified B-1 aircraft to become effective in conventional bombing operations. The B-1 proved its combat effectiveness for the first time as part of Operation Desert Fox operations and later sealed major achievements in Kosovo alongside Afghanistan and Iraq battles. The Lancer continues to serve as a critical element of U.S. air power despite planned retirement because it undergoes continuous modernization to merge hypersonic weapons until its combat readiness extends through 2038. So, which of these aviation giants impressed you the most? Whether it's the A-225 Emria's record-breaking payload, the C-5 Galaxy's military might, or the enduring legacy of the B-52, each of these aircraft tells a story of human ingenuity and ambition. Let us know your favorite in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through the skies, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more content. Now.